Alrighty, and hi everybody, and welcome back to not any figure review, just kidding. It's me, I'm redecorating my room, and I thought this would be fun to obviously share with you guys. And it was just something to kind of do because I haven't had any figures for a very long time, but next week I will be having a figure review after a very, very, very long time. I finally had a figure arrive, so I'm super excited. It's been too long. But yeah, you see me, I'm just redecorating my room. I sped it up, of course, because you don't want to watch the full hour, 2 hours, however long this was. And it's kind of a mess because I hadn't really fully planned anything, and like my room is a little bit small, so certain things are a little bit hard to see. We do get kitty visits though. We get lots of kitty visits, which is nice. But yeah, it's gonna be a long process for me just redecorating my room kind of over time. I didn't even really finish here, but little baby, she's saying hi. She didn't want to though. But it's going to be a long time before I finish my room. So I figured whenever I do, get a little bit of work done, I'll share it with you guys because that's what we do, right? We out here on the grind. But yeah, so hopefully you enjoy seeing some of like the different arts, prints, show posters that I have. Basically, this was, like I said, it was a mess for me to do this, but I started first with like big posters at the top, and then I just kind of worked my way down. There's once or twice where I just totally had to redo something because I realized I had something that would work better. So it's a lot. The walls are kind of crooked. The people who had owned the house before had done some, I think, renovations or adjustments to the house in really weird ways. So like the ceiling's not perfectly crooked with how it was painted, and then like the top of my door was crooked. They just did a lot of weird stuff, so I'm kind of working with it. I luckily don't get too OCD about that, but it's, in case anyone, you can even tell because of how small everything is. Yeah, some stuff is going to be crooked. That's just, unfortunately how it was going to happen. But I have a lot of stuff that I do end up putting on this corner. Lots of poster art that I've collected over time. None of my commissions, I'm planning to put those up later, but, some other time. But yeah, it's a lot of me just pressing up against the wall and like it kind of taking a long time. My thumb in particular was like purple. I think I kind of actually bruised my hand from pushing them up. I'm just using push pins. I don't feel like doing anything with like frames or anything like that because I don't have the patience, especially with how many prints I have. It would have taken way too long. But yeah, my fingers, the main fingers used were like dark pink, purple, and it hurt the next day. Like my thumb in particular hurt a lot, because I was pushing it in. And towards the top of the ceiling, it gets really hard. So some of those pins aren't even fully in the wall, but they are at least holding stuff up most of the way. I'll fix it eventually, but I was just trying to get stuff up because I figured I'd get everything laid out and then later I'll do it. Now this was the sad moment where I realized that I had a perfect print that could have fit up top, and I didn't know I had it because all of our prints and posters are all over the place. So I had to take down everything that I just put up on top of the door to put the other poster down. It's like almost perfect for that top portion. It's not exact, but I was really mad that I had to undo some of my work. This is a weird print. It's Zombieland Saga, so of course I loved it. I had to get it, but they had 2 separate prints for all the girls, and they put Junko on the posters twice instead of maybe doing like Kotaro or Mai Mai or something. It would have been nice for me because then it would have covered the whole door frame, but it's Zombieland merch, so what are you gonna do? Junko's a lot of people's favorites too, so what are you gonna do? I think she's like the most popular. But at least I got it up, and now it's done. I had to do a lot of weird lining up for that poster, because one of them she had more art on it. It was odd. It wasn't like the exact same ratio for her on each poster. I'm trying to think of anything else interesting that happened. I mean, there's some weird stuff. Like I ended up moving a lot of things. Like I had to move my desk so I could put some posters up later. Oh, and towards the end, you'll see it kind of cuts really abruptly. My camera just decided that I had been recording long enough and it stopped recording. You don't miss much, and I will show it at the end. I do like a separate pan over of all the posters that I put up so you can see things more up in detail and such and so forth. But it did cut out, I think, like 3-4 things, something at the end, so it was kind of unfortunate, but at least it didn't cut out too early. I did get worried about that, so I do have to check on the camera more often than I'd like to, but that's just how it is. Next time I'm gonna have to check more, apparently, that way I don't miss it. But you know, now a lot of these are posters that I got from conventions. Now I don't know the artists for all of them. If you guys do see something that you like, I can try and see if I can find the artist, but I don't always have their information, because some artists will give you a business card and some of them won't, and then you'll go and look back later and you realize that you don't know what their stuff is. But you know, if you happen to see an artist that you know, by all means mention it down below. I love given credit. If someone has good artwork, I mean good enough that I have it hung up on my wall, it is always good to give them credit. But a lot of them I do have, or at least might be able to find. I say might because some stuff's hard to find. But the ones that aren't prints, actually in this in particular, there's like a lot of posters or like that frame picture I've had for ages and ages and ages. But I really like my Totoro posters. Like those are old, like I've had since when I was a kid. And then the frame picture as well I had since I was a kid. But I really like that framed, like the little jacket with the 2 little ornate pieces, because my room is pink and green. I have a green screen wall that I decided to keep because originally it was painted green before, but we just put like a nicer coat of green on top of it. We'll see if it works. It probably will, because as long as you have a giant color, it'll work. It's, you know, we'll see. I'm gonna try stuff with it eventually, but I have a pink and green wall, so that little framed picture is cute because it's green and pink. So, you know, it just kind of worked with the room. But yeah, I was very tired after moving the desk. It was exhausting. It was a lot of work. You could see too, I had one of Kip Boga's like 5-hour videos or 6-hour videos just running in the background because I'd been listening to it at work. So I just kind of kept it going. It's easy to listen to, but not too distracting, which I like. And it's not music where I'll get maybe a little bit too into it and get distracted. So I had that running. I didn't realize that my camera had moved so much. So, you know, moving the desk, I should have probably checked on it, but my brain was not fully in it. I had gotten home from work and basically just started on this. But yeah, that's it. It cut, like I said. So this is all of the stuff that I got hung up, like a little corner of the room tour. I really do hope that you guys like this. It was a lot of fun for me decorating my wall anyways, but you know, when I do decorate more things, I'll make sure to share them with you guys. And yeah, like I said, it's not perfect. It's not gonna be, but there's a lot of stuff that I you know, it's just some of my favorite works and pieces, and I just wanted to have it up on the wall, and I thought it would just be cute. I was really proud of getting that key on the wall. I found it in the midst of the stuff, and I was like, this would be really cool to just shove in this corner, and then it helped fill in that void because I don't have art that's small that could fit there. But yeah, of course, thank you for, of course, watching this and all the way to the end. I really hope you guys do look forward to these in the future. And then, of course, like I said, I do have a figure video that I'm going to be doing next week for real this time. So I'm not going to be having, hopefully, too many more breaks. Well, fingers crossed, you never know, but I'm hoping not, because figures do just help me make videos. But you know, you can check me out at all my other socials and things. I'm at all these other places. And yeah, that's it. I hope you had a great rest of weeks, and I hope you have a great rest of your next week. And I'll see you guys all later. Bye. Thank you so much for watching.